Hello and welcome back to my channel and to another fun, exciting episode of my custom kit bash. For today, this is going to be a world's finest episode where I showcase to you one of my custom Supermans and one of my custom Batmans. One of these obviously has more work done to it than the other. First, let's talk about the custom Kitbashed Superman figure. As you can see, there's not a whole lot that went into this one, but the work seems fairly effective. For the head, I really like the sculpt that came on the original DC Direct 21 points of articulation Superman figure. I believe that this one was the second Superman figure released, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first one came in the Silver Age Superman and Lois box set. But the 21 points of articulation Superman figure, which is an excellent figure in itself, has a really great head sculpt that I've always liked, and I figured, why not try popping it on this body? Now, fans of the Man of Steel will probably right off the bat recognize the body from this action figure as the DC Direct Last Son Superman action figure. Last Son was a pre-New 52 storyline written by Jeff Johns and Richard Donner, who also wrote Superman 1 and a whole lot of Superman 2, and it was illustrated by Adam Kubert. Now, I love everything about this figure. I love the color palette of the red and the blue they've chosen, not too dark, not too bright. I like the S insignia, how it's nice and big and bold. I like the flow of the cape and the tone of the muscles. This custom Superman action figure could very well, very easily, one day become my very favorite Superman action figure. And next we have the Batman segment of the video. Now, the original head that came on this figure was pretty hideous. I mean, just look at it. It's hideous. It's horrible. I have two of these bodies and I could not bring myself to display either of them with this head sculpt. I hate it that much. Now, this version of my Dark Knight Returns Batman is actually based on Jim Lee's rendition of the Dark Knight universe Batman. I really like his take on him and thought, why don't we see if we can translate that into action figure form? And voila! Now, I'm not going to lie, there was a lot of work that went into making this custom Batman figure, and there was even some limb switching as well. Now, as with the Superman figure, those who have been collecting DC Direct figures for a while will recognize that the head actually comes from the All-Star Batman and Robin Batman figure. Jim Lee actually illustrated that, and the head is actually bigger than most DC Direct Batman figures, and I thought, let's see if that head fits on this body. Well, as you can see, it did. Except for the cape that came with this Batman didn't really match up either, and I wanted something that would hang over his shoulders and billow down to the ground, rather than a cape that would stick out like a pair of wings like the original cape that came on this figure. The cape itself actually comes from a DC Direct Batman Superman figure. The figure itself that I took this cape from is showcased with another custom kit bash, which I haven't made a video about, but I think that this cape goes quite nicely over this Batman's incredibly bulky frame. Now, the gauntlets and arms themselves, really, all the way up to the elbows, are taken from the SDCC exclusive anniversary DC Direct Batman figure. I have a few of those, and I thought, you know, I like the fists that came on that one, and I don't like the hands or the fists that came on the Mattel version of the Dark Knight Batman. They were just too... well, just look at them. Again, more hideous. Ew. Now, to switch them up, all I did was boil a bowl of hot water and stick both Batman's arms in right up to the elbows, wait till the plastic softened, and then pop them out, popping out the hinges. The only problem is the hinges on a lot of these DC Direct figures are really, really weak, and they snapped, and I had to make my own hinge pegs. Now, I would just like to point out as well that this is the Wonder Woman that I display with the Batman and the Superman, and they're part of one of my Trinity displays. You never can have enough DC Comics Trinity action figure displays, can ya? All joking aside though, I think that they look really, really great together, and eventually I'll probably build another entire Justice League display with these three as the center, but I'm in no rush. And with that, we've came to the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching this video, which is actually part 1 in a series of World's Finest Custom Kit Bash action figures. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, please slap a like on it, subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing that we do in your inbox, and leave a comment down below because I really do like hearing from people, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.